of them are part-time and they are from ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, which is Lucasfilm, which explains the quality, of the artwork they were putting up. So our two artists, our two main, person, they are really, really amazing. They have worked with like Gucci and Toyota and like Nissan and Fendi and Sephora and all that brand. So we're really leveraging on their expertise to create like this really amazing piece of art that you're seeing today. We're kind of personally, I'm kind of like sick and tired of like low effort art projects that people have been putting up. This PFP project, especially during this bull run, we've seen a lot of bullshit, right? During this bull run, and we just really wanted to create something that's unique and different, not just an eight derivative, or a Kong's derivative, or Doodle's derivative. I'm so sick of those, right? Uh, but we really wanted to create something that is unique and special when we started thinking about what's on the other side of the moon. When you look at the moon, you only actually see one side because of the gravitational pull and stuff like that. But like, have you ever wondered what's on the other side? So we started imagining, these creatures with holes in their face and things coming out from that hole. So I think the artists did a pretty good job, imagining and creating something that is truly unique that have never been done before, at least in the NFT space. So we have more planned, for V2 and V3. I have been in talks with the artists and we have been dreaming about what we want to do. But I shouldn't talk so much about V2 because we haven't even launched V1. So yeah, that's where we are. We are primarily art and fashion centric project. We do have some utility that we have worked into our artwork as well. So we can talk a little bit more about that. But first and foremost, we are art and we are fashion forward project. We are looking to build these moonwalkers as branded assets. So we are already sampling merch. So we have a merch guy. He's working overtime right now, trying to sample to make sure that we get the highest quality merch possible. He sent us a video of someone sewing the hoodie as if it's like couture, that we are making high quality stuff. So really exciting. Really, surprised by the response that we've been seeing on ground. But incredibly, incredibly thankful, for the opportunity to do this. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, that was a incredible summary, incredible introduction, and I've been excited for this for some time, just talking to you guys, but hearing it all come together and how much you guys have accomplished in 2 weeks has been um, incredible. I think the decision that you had to delay the launch a little bit, or just take your time with the art and make sure that everything's you know the top highest quality it can be, is definitely the right decision. It's something that other projects should take note of as well, instead of trying to kind of rush things out and get to the marketing right away. I think the approach you took with building that really strong foundation, and it's obviously shown in the quality of art that you guys have and the response that you've gotten just so quickly, has been incredible. So I also love the story about the other side of the moon. I didn't know it was related to the moon, so that's really cool to hear. And I'd love to talk a little bit more about the merch as well, because I think that's something that a lot of NFT communities or projects, they always try to promise merch on the roadmap, or that's something that they have a goal that usually comes out, months later into the roadmap, if at all. And sometimes, it can be really crappy quality, even with some of these top projects like Cool Cats. They have a lot of great merch, but it's not necessarily the highest quality. So I'd love to hear a little bit more about what that process was like for you, how soon we could maybe be expecting some merch, and maybe some of the mechanics around that, in terms of, is it going to be an open edition, or are there going to be some limited pieces, and what that looks like?
Yeah, yeah. So thanks for asking that question because merch is something that is in our immediate pipeline. I think we have seen so many projects that say, "Hey, we're gonna do merch, we're gonna do merch," and then they take months to get merch onto the market, and when they get it onto the market, it's lackluster, and the quality of the merch turns out to be like whatever. It feels like a $10 T-shirt that you just printed, And we really want to avoid that, because the reality is that when we are minting this project, it's going to cost, it's going to cost some money. It's going to cost like, I don't know, $300-400. And in return, we really want to provide the quality that, can be achieved with $300-400. For us, we have a large bulk of our main profit going back to the community wallet. And when it goes back to the community wallet, it goes back to funding the merch. Right now, we're in this stage where we are sampling the merch. We're making sure that the hoodies that we are getting is just like the best quality. And because we want people to wear them, we want people to be proud to wear them. Not just that, we want to make them incredibly limited edition. So the mechanics of it is we have a staking mechanism for our moonwalkers. So there's a narrative behind it where the moonwalkers found a cave. They found a cave on the other side of the moon. You could send your moonwalker there, and they will retrieve like moon arrows for you. That they are like loots for you. And once a week, they would send you these loots. And these loots may include merch, NFTs, and our native currency, which is like moons. What will happen with this native currency is that you can only purchase the high quality stuff, the tier one stuff of our merch using our native token. So, and with all these things, we are working with really small quantity, like 300 or 500 hoodies and jackets and like varsity jackets. Those high quality stuff, you could only purchase them with the moon coin, which, we're still kind of like trying to find a name for it. But the working title is moons. Moonies might be something that we might want to think about. But with our native currency, that will be the thing that will be that's the only way that you could get the merch. And there'll be super limited quantity. For the general market, for people who just love the project, or people who can't wait to harvest enough moons to buy the merch, we do have a selection of stuff. Still, we want to make sure that like we make the best shit ever. We don't really want to make money off the merch. That's not the ideal. We're not gonna we're not gonna spend $10 on the merch and sell it for $50. We want to spend like $30 on the t-shirt and sell it for $50, just to cover a little bit of our operation. And our intention is really not to make money off the merch, but really providing the people with like the best thing that they can buy. And we have a fiat option as well. So we have a guy who, he used to work for Shopify, and he's ready to just get us onto market as soon as we want to. So we could expect merch coming out, 2 to 3 weeks max after minting. So that's kind of the timeline that we are working on. And we're just really excited. We want to make stuff that we want to wear. Our creative director, we're going to hire like a full-time fashion designer. Our creative director, he's passionate about streetwear, and so he's super particular. As you can see from the quality of his work, he's super particular about the quality of the merch as well. So I think what we're really going for is quality, and that's kind of the focus of quality in the artwork, quality in the technology that we're employing, quality in our community. We're not gonna, but one of the things that we have not mentioned yet is that our community is closed, and it's closed for a reason, so we can guard the culture, we could guard the community, we could guard the way that things are handled within that space. And we do not have 250 people in our Discord spamming all the way, trying to level up, trying to grind. We do not have that. We keep it to a closed group so we can have quality community, quality art, and quality merch. So that's what we're really going for.
I love it. Yeah, you guys have absolutely crushed that side of things. The Discord's pretty crazy, even though it is closed, and I love hearing how you're building that culture from the ground up, and getting that good foundation in place, and getting the merch turned around in a couple of weeks. That's incredible. I love the mechanics with the staking and the moonwalkers. That kind of leads into the roadmap that we have pinned up here. Is there anything else you'd like to highlight for that, or maybe go into a little bit more of the staking mechanics and how that's going to work for everybody?
The staking mechanism is actually pretty simple. It is gonna benefit everyone, right? Because the people who are staking, they're gonna get dope shit. And when we have a large amount of stake, we have less amount listed, which is always good for the floor price, which is always good for volume. And with good volume, we get more money into the community wallet, which we'll then fund. So it is pretty circular, and we have an in-house economist to make sure that the quality of the quality that you're receiving from the moon pods, they are of high quality, and it's not like we're not gonna give moon pods perpetually. There's only 100,000 moon pods, which based on our estimate will last us anywhere between 3 to 6 months. And right after that, we will move into V2, and we will do something else. And by then we will have our community wallet secured, have more money coming into the community wallet, and building the project from there. So once again, a large chunk of our profit is just going back to building the project. And I think that's the commitment that we want to establish to the community and to our mentors, to let them know that we're here to stay. This is not just do it once, get the art, make another art, get some more money. But really, we're just always thinking about how we can add value back to the community, add value back to the holders. We are writing the law with the community as well, and it's really cool. We're thinking and dreaming about V3 with the community. So those are some of the stuff that is in play. Phase two still, we have some ideas, we have some artwork ready, we are metaverse ready. All of our characters are rigged. They're 3D rigged, so we are ready to deploy into the metaverse. But we're just kind of timing the market to make sure that we are not ahead of our time. Really, really, focusing on what we need to do, which in our immediate pipeline is things with merge, with the staking mechanism, and working with our in-house economists to ensure that the quality of returns that you get, it's worth staking. So yeah, really exciting stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome, and I love that you're bringing in an in-house economist as well and making sure that the tokenomics are going to be solid for V1, and then you
Yeah,
can elaborate on those for V2.
yeah, yeah. So good stuff. We're excited. We have learned a lot. Watching other projects launch and watching the way that other projects conduct their business, whether it's regards to merge or rewards or staking. I think we have been around for a while now, and watching the market and really learning from the best, picking up the best practices and using them, making them better. Yeah, for us, we're really committed to the art. We're committed to the fashion, to the innovation, to the utility, and to community, and just kind of putting our time and our effort and just getting the best people on board. Even for our community, we have the Bearded Wonder and we have Teradyne, and they are working 16-hour shift. And they're just spending all their time. Teradyne was just telling me he sent 3,000 messages a day, and he replies to everyone who tag him. I'm like, dude, you don't have to do that. And he's like, but I want to, but I want to connect with everyone who wants to connect with me. So that is the quality that we're going for even within our community right now, building up towards the min.
I love that, brother. This is Mitch, by the way.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, man? I love what I'm hearing, and with Jacob right now, bro. I'm fucking excited. First of all, I need to see this bearded wonder. We've had a lot of back and forth. He sounds like a fucking legend, and
He is. Yeah.
the way that I think you and I share a passion for like this sort of idea of like a lifestyle brand, right?
Yeah.
Like the second we showed you our merch, you instantly were like, I think you might have been like the first 10 customers.
Oh yeah.
You went in, bro, and so I really love that about like your vision for the other side. Is there like a specific like clothing brand that you really fuck with, that you sort of want to I guess find inspiration for and infusing into the other side, as far as like a lifestyle brand goes?
Yeah. I think it's something that we're in conversation with the art team, and the creative director about the collaboration that we want to establish. Personally, I'm leaning more towards the street style. So I'm thinking about, neighborhood, from Tokyo or the South Edge. And but he really likes like Gucci, and he's one of his like old clients. So he really likes Gucci. We're thinking about getting Dior, but of course those are like, those are our moonshot. We're just really praying for that. We're hoping that we could get Dior on board, we could get Gucci on board, because the truth is we've been around for 2 weeks, and we're not Artifact. We want to become like Artifact, in a sense that like we want to just keep delivering good shit over and over and over and over again until one of these big company notices and want to partner with us. And I think that's kind of like the goal that we're heading towards. So we're in conversation whether we want to go down the luxury, kind of like the luxury avenue, where we're thinking about working with LV or Dior or Chanel or Gucci, or we're thinking, but personally, I'm leaning more towards like, hey, let's do neighborhood, and like let's do human made, let's do like nego shit, or like Fear of God. That'll be dope,
Yo,
right?
yes, bro.
Yeah, so we want to work towards that direction. So whichever way we go, whether it's a luxury branded kind of asset way or like the street style, we're working it out and we're trying to figure it out as we go along. But it is in one of these two direction, right? It's either we're going full luxury or we're going full street. And when we're going full street, we want to make sure that we are collaborating with like the best brand. So we're taking it slow. We're just like having good conversation. We're trying to reestablish some of the connection that we have with the fashion industry, and hopefully we blow up and we will get to work with like Fear of God. I love Jerry, his vision and all that he's doing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man. Shout out to Jerry Lorenzo. Shout out to Virgil Abloh as well, one of my creative directors.
yeah,
Yeah, man. Again, I used to work like an office job, bro, before this whole metaverse craziness. And every single day I'd be on Hypebeast and I'd look at the latest like,
yeah, dude. Oh
and
my god, I have two
where,
pairs of FOG1, dude.
dude, and like I was like all about it. I love the flannel look, and this was like way,
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
It might have been like 6, 7 years ago when FOG was just blowing up, and I remember
yeah,
I was so attracted to that sense of like exclusivity, but also like, just like attention to detail and precision,
mm,
activity, and like the way they like had the photo shoots and shit. It blew my.
yeah,
No one in the space today in the NFT space actually like took notes and like took their merch seriously. Like no diss,
yeah,
cool cast, love Bex, love Elon, all that stuff. But their merch was not the best, and a lot of these companies that are coming out with merch, they Photoshop the logo, the graphic on a fucking blank like template, and they like that's the web store. Pudgy Penguin, same fucking thing. And so, when we were doing merch, I was like, no, I want fucking models. I want the
yeah,
I want the shit like not like a mock up. I want it made. And we
yeah.
want to like I don't know, I just want to represent that sort of ethos. It's the next level. It's not just selling an item. It's more so catering a brand. Oh,
Yeah, I think when we are thinking about merch, I think of when Jerry Lorenzo, when he first started, he was doing those sleeveless hoodies. I don't know if you remember those. It was dope, and he actually took the fabric, he cut it off, he sewed it himself, because the seam is important. And when I started working with our artists, one of the reasons we delay is because, hey, dude, the seam is not right. It doesn't fit properly. It doesn't fit the shoulders. And we're doing menswear and we have like, suits and shit. And he was telling us that, hey, the way that the lapel fall onto the man, fall onto the model is not natural enough. So we have to delay the project because of the attention to detail that the artists have, and I think we're really leveraging on that. And we have no issues with that. We kind of like, we feel like, yeah, we're insane. We really just want to put the best thing out there. So with Jerry and the way that he approached FOG, the way that he approached even Essential, which is the cheap, quote unquote, cheap stuff that he's making, is still of the highest quality. So I think that's kind of like where we are going for. And yeah, if it means delay, we're happy to delay it, and we're not just like rushing to market and selling a shitty $10 t-shirt.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you, man. And I think that same like sort of like the way Jerry was meticulous in his efforts, but also innovative, right? Like that's the NFT,
Yeah,
bro, in a fucking nutshell. You can't sleep for a goddamn week. A year goes by. Like Wolf released, and their game was only on for a week, and then boom, kaput. Say no more. They were the limelight, and then they weren't. And like this,
yeah,
it just moves so quickly, and your ability to be able to innovate quickly and break shit fast, and hopefully not break too much shit in the process.
Yeah.
You'll really build some diehard fans, man. I think the other side, what you guys have built, and just talking with you from the first, um, just having that conversation with you, bro, like it amped me up too because you guys really get the space in the same way that we see the space. And when I say we, I mean us, like absolute like DGens at Metaverse HQ. Like you guys see the space, you know what the customer wants, you know what a good community looks like because you've been here long enough to see which ones pan out, which don't, and that I'm really excited about. And I love that you're saying that you're going to lean on the people that you can trust and the people that will help you innovate because I like to say this a lot to Jacob and Meg at Metaverse HQ. We've all been DJing together in real life. Like I just offload work that I know other people can do better than I, and that's the best.
Yeah.
So kudos to you guys. I'm fucking stoked. I'm gonna hand it back to Jacob now, but let's fucking go, dude.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, for us right now, it's really about focus. We can go into the metaverse. We have the technology, we have the resources, we have the 3D model. But do we actually want to like promise our community that we're going to the metaverse immediately? Is that the best use of our resources? I don't know. We can make a game. We have a company in China who is able to get our game up in 2 weeks. They have 120 men. They're ready to go. But the question is, do we want to build a game now? Is it really that important to build a game? Or is more important to build trust? Or is it more important to build community? Is it more important to build quality? And is it more important to do the things that we're doing one at a time and do it well? So I think that's kind of like where we're at right now.
Yeah, I think too, bro. Like games take forever to
Mm,
create. Like a really engaging game it takes years, right? Like look at Guild of Guardians, Ember Sword's been cooking up forever.
yeah,
Uh, and then look at games that sort of don't take their time, right? The like little click-based games that we have today. We have
yeah,
already coming out. We did have Wolf Game. We've got Cool Pets game coming out, but I think the whole game thing is overplayed. We don't really know what metaverse is really going to be the one, like
yeah,
that's going to be the all-encompassing, all-engaging one. So, in the meantime, why not stick to your strengths? You guys understand. You understand culture very well. You understand like at least the culture of streetwear and where that meets fashion and where that now comes into NFTs. And you have a rabid community behind you. I mean, I think you guys are in a really great position to not even have to stress on finding a game or building one, but more so identifying in the market, like what is your community? What are they clamoring for? Is it like this meta,
yeah.
like this sandbox? Do they want to build shit? And then at that point, you guys as a company can go and make an investment.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Like what you said, we're in the early stages of the metaverse. We have not found the metaverse yet. Like this brings us back to like when social media first started, and we have Facebook and we have Friendster and we have MySpace. We have not found the social media. Of course, eventually Facebook took over. But we're in that place where we're not sure whether it's Decentraland or is it Sandbox or is it New Horizon. Yeah, so I think we are ready, but we're just not moving it until the time is when time is right.
Yeah, 100%. And I'll give you a quick hint here. It's not Decentraland. I don't know what it will be, but if it's not that one,
Oh man.
yeah, we don't have to go too deep into that, but it's not the best experience for anyone who's tried it out. It is a good, temporary measure, but I think we can do a lot better as a community. And yeah, I mean, look at some of the other successful projects. Cool Cats, Bored Apes, like they've taken their time to release a token and to
Yeah.
release a game, and they focused on their community first, which has really, paid dividends at some of the top projects in the space. Um, and yeah, I'm glad to hear that you guys are open to exploring other metaverses as well, and kind of seeing what the community leans towards and what you guys can collaborate with, and sticking to what you're best at. So I think that makes a lot of sense. Refocusing on the roadmap a little bit, talking about the community wallet. Every project under the sun has a community wallet nowadays.
Yeah.
Would love to hear how you guys kind of plan to actually distribute those funds, or are there going to be voting rights for the community or proposals, and just kind of what the logistics are around that.
Yeah, currently we are not set up to become a DAO. mostly because we're just thinking like, well, what is the fastest way that we could operate? What's the best and most effective way that we could operate? I feel like currently we have a great system where our community leaders, they are on the ground, they know what the people want, and we're having regular dialogues with them. We are getting to know them, we're hearing from them, we're understanding their perspective, and we will be making decisions based on all those conversations that we have with the community. So a DAO is not set up yet. But nothing is stopping us from setting up a DAO. Nothing is stopping us from, putting ourselves up onto Snapshot and getting them the ability to vote, because that will not take too long to set up. But currently we're just not set up for that yet. Most of I would say about 20% of the community wallet will go back into those moon pods that will return to the community. Uh, we are still in conversation with the economists on how we want to fully leverage the amount of money that we'll be collecting and be receiving, whether we are putting into a DeFi protocol rather than just let it sit idle somewhere, whether we're doing leverage lending or delta neutral. So we're just thinking about what is the best way to get the best yield and then return it back to the community. And should we want to embark into making a game, that's where the money will come from. Should we want to, hire the three ILM guys full time? That's where the money is going to come from. And the resources within the community wallet will be supplanted. There will be more added in from the secondary market. So we're actually committing half of our secondary revenue back into the community wallet as well. So yeah, the funds there will be used to develop the branded asset, which is the Moonwalkers further. And however that would look like, whether it's V2, whether we're spending more money on merch, hiring, great fashion designer, spending more money on marketing, and yeah, so that's kind of like the angle that we're taking.
Yeah, I love it. I think DAOs can be a trap for a lot of early communities that want to give the power to the people and might have good intentions, but it can really slow down a lot of the progress that you can make and hinder that initial vision that you have, where you kind of need to get the steps outlined or at least have some that foundation in place towards what you're building, and then the community can kind of come in and help build that and give their opinion and steer you in the right direction. But if you kind of dow too early and just it leads to a lot of bureaucracy, and things don't really get accomplished as quickly or efficiently as they should.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, because I've taken part in a few DAOs, like notably Z Toads. If you guys remember Z Toads, Zombie Toads DAO, we just can't get anything done. Because everybody want to do something and everybody have their own idea and they're trying to push for their own idea. A centralized leadership is still required, especially at the start and the inception of a brand. And the reality is that not everybody knows what works. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to put a feather on my cap to say that, hey, we know what works, we have been around. But the reality is that a lot of our community members, they are just attracted by the art. They're just attracted by the vibe. And this could very well be their first project. And I don't know if it's the best decision if we put the decision making power into people who this is their first project and they don't really know how the NFT space works. So at least for the first few months, we really want to take leadership and we really want to like drive the space forward, and just be extra careful with that.
Yeah, I think that's definitely what will be the best for your project in the long term and for the community. Um, just to yeah, exactly, get your vision established and start putting those pieces in place to let them take the reins eventually and have more of a say.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah. So yeah, hoping we're doing things right. If you guys have like any ideas or you feel like we're kind of straying the path, you guys always have a space with us, and you guys can always just text us to tell us, hey, you guys are messing up. Just always feel free. You always have that channel to speak into our project. I think we respect what MVHQ have built over the year and over 2020, 2021, and right now in 2022. And we would love to hear what your thoughts. Anytime, just let us know.
Yes, 100%, bro. We will be following closely. And yeah, that group chat has been uh, such a fun group chat. Don't tell our other partners, but that has been one of our favorites for sure. Just from, how much you guys know the space, how involved you are, and the passion you guys have for the project. So it's great to see. And just, clearly something that is spreading like wildfire. So, it looks like we're coming up on the 40-minute mark. I would love to open the stage. We've had a ton of people requesting this whole time. So we'll if anyone else wants to request, just, feel free to do that as well. And we'll get you up as soon as possible. But is there anything that you want to kind of lead off or anything we didn't get to, Taco, that you want to
No,
mention?
I think we're good. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah, let's get straight into it then. I'll start adding some speakers up here. We can go into questions and yeah, we'll see what the community has to say. We got Picasso and Different hopefully coming up here. No rugs, please. Twitter.
Hello?
Hey, Different. Can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear me well, guys?
Yeah.
Hello, thank you for having me. Greetings to Metaverse team for bringing so many good projects to talk to us. And thanks to the other side team. Really love the vibe. It's so much fun. Feel comfortable there. I don't have to be elusively super positive in the chat. And my question is about minerals. I wonder how many of them a staked NFT can get, and how often does it happen, and if there's a locked amount you can get per each NFT you own.
Yeah. So we're working off 100,000 moon pods. So and it will be a weekly thing. So we are projecting anywhere between like 4 to 6 months, depending on the amount of people who stake their NFT. And we are that just kind of like based on our projection. If you stake on the first day, you will get at least 8 to 10 or even more. Should less people stake. And the reason why we limit the amount of monorolls and the amount of moon pods that you can receive is because we really want to preserve the quality of what you're receiving every week. So we don't want you guys. So no moon pods will be empty. So that's one thing, and we don't want you guys to open a moon pod and feel disappointed because like, oh, I just got some shit this time. I didn't get anything cool. We're hoping that you will always get something, and you always get something you feel like, yeah, it's pretty cool. It might not be comparable to your friend who just got insanely lucky and like got the one of one, or got some really crazy stuff. But we just want to make sure that it's a rewarding experience for most people, or rather all people, everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, so great.
Yeah.
That
Hello?
means everyone can get it, right?
Yeah, for sure. For a few weeks, for a few months, you'll be getting it, and it doesn't end there. We're gonna be working on a V2. We'll be doing some other dope shit. So this is just kind of like, hey, this is the first utility, and there is more to come. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks for your question.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hey, Larry.
back, but
Yeah,
we can.
yeah. How you doing, guys? I'm really stoked about the project. I'm in the laundromat at the moment. I'm nobody. I'm just a fellow community member. I'm very interested in the project. I'm Scully Gang. You hear me, everybody? Scully Gang
Yo,
in the market.
Scully
Scully
Gang.
Gang in the
What's up,
mic.
Scully Gang?
So we're here. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad to be here this early. I'm glad to get, especially to be on Twitter for my first time ever, my first NFT. And I'm here with you
Awesome,
guys.
dude.
I'm
We are
very
so
stoked about it. I'm
honored.
just here. We're representing Scully Gang. We out here and we active.
Yeah, we're so honored that this is your first project.
Paradigm, I'm coming for you, bro. You already know that, man. We coming and we here and we active, man. Everybody here this early, congratulations. Thank you, guys. This is all.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. So for context, Paradigm is one of our community leaders. He's the guy who's been working 16 hours a day. He have created a cult around him in the community. People love him in the community. They are on the verge of getting a Paradigm tattoo. you know, and they love him more than they love Bearded Wonder, you know, just because he works more and he's more on the ground than anyone else. Yeah.
I love it. That's incredible. Larry's been requesting for some time now, so I'm glad we were able to come up and do a speech on the Scully Gang. So that's
Scully
great.
Gang.
Do you hear me?
We got VB up here now. You were waving us
Do you
a
hear
bunch,
me?
VB. How?
Yo,
Yeah.
VB, we hear you.
Yeah. I just want to ask one thing about whitelist. Can you still get whitelisted if like you don't win any rumble or trivia like this? Is a chance if you can just like be a helpful member and like enjoy the community as much as you can?
For sure, dude. Pterodime, he's always on ground. Just ping him when you're around. We do have. We are hoping to give out. We're hoping to do our minting with like a large majority being whitelisted, if not 100% whitelist. So we have plenty of whitelists to give away, especially in the last 2 weeks of marketing. We have been holding back, you know, because we're trying to sense the ground. We're trying to understand. We do not want to give out whitelists too early. Because you know there's always a tendency where people get the whitelist and they just disappear from the community, and they will show up for mint, and you know they have no connection with the product, they have no connection with the NFT, and they just there for a quick flip. So the reality is that in the last 2 weeks we'll be giving out whitelists, especially within the Discord community, because you guys are the people who have been around. You guys are the one who's like stuck around with us from the beginning and all the way to now. So just stay around, hang around, let Pterodime know that you've been helpful. Don't have to worry about winning no rumble. I know it's not easy. And Thanks, dude. Thanks for the
And
question.
shout out for your art. It's so unique and quality is like 16D or like amazing, bro. Thanks, that's all.
Cool, man. Yeah, Dixon is awesome. Yeah.
Have a nice day, bro.
Have a nice day, mate.
Thanks, VB. Appreciate you, man. We got Picasso up here now. Glad
Hello.
you got
Hello, guys.
Hello, Picasso.
Hello. You hear me, guys?
Yeah.
First of all, thank you for this opportunity to talk, guys. And I want to say just you're doing great, guys. And like, I really like the collection and like the design and everything. I'm sorry about my English first. Also, my question is gonna be like, why it's hard to get to Discord, guys? Help me, please.
Oh yeah, I think we were mentioning, we really want to try to build a tight knitted community. We've been dropping links. We opened up the portal earlier today, and we opened up for a full 2 minutes. So I'm so sorry if you missed that.
I'm sorry,
Keep
but
your
like,
notification.
I
Yeah, I'm
have
so sorry that you
notification,
missed
but I'm
that, dude.
working. Like sometimes I cannot
Yeah.
see the phone in my work stuff. But like,
Yeah, no worry about it, man. If Bracket is around, Bracket will drop you a DM and he will send you a private link. Don't worry about
it's gonna
that.
be great.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you. I'm a fashion designer, by the way, too. That's why it makes me so interested. Like,
Awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Don't forget me.
Bracket,
Bro.
if
Don't
you could
forget
get
me.
to him. Yeah. Just ping Bracket. Let Bracket get to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bracket's about to get a ton of spam DMs, huh? So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure, dude. People changing their name to Picasso, reaching out to him. Like...
People change their name to Bracket. Yeah, there's gonna be a whole mess there. But just be careful with your DMs, everybody. Don't click on any random links, and make sure to verify the handle before you go ahead there.
Absolutely.
Trying to get a couple more people up here who've been requesting for some time. Let's see who we can get. And Taco, I know we might have a special announcement for Metaverse HQ members.
Oh, we do, dude. Oh man, where should I drop that? I mean, I don't know, man, dude. It's up to you. If you want me to drop it on my Twitter, we will do it, man. We will tell you guys.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Drop on your Twitter or the other side's Twitter, and we'll get it pinned up here so everyone can see.
Awesome, dude. Just let me get to that in a moment.
Yeah. We can drop it at the end. We got Ryan up here.
Yo, Ryan, Tasty Bones, what's up?
Well, what's the crack? Thanks very much for letting me up here, guys. First AMA, I'm actually in to get a question in, so buzz in. Yeah, I got in yesterday. Absolutely love the art. So my question is, in terms we know the quantity of the project. Well, do we have an indication of the mint? And what is the difference between Jupiter and Earth? Because I'm currently stuck on Jupiter and my mum wants me to go to Earth so I can be at home for time for dinner. I need to get help.
All right. With the mint price, I mean, we're looking at the high quality 3D projects. We've been seeing crazy mint price, right? I mean,
Yeah, crazy.
with Hype Bear coming at 0.4, and we've seen some crazy movement with like 0.25 with the Primate and stuff like that. For us, we really want to create a collection that is, we want to create a collection that is affordable. You know, we're not here for a cash grab. You know, we're not here to sell it to you at 0.5, because the reality is that this is our first project. You know, we're not Artifact. We can't sell you 2 ETH for a project right now, at least. So the main price, we're still kind of like in deliberation. We're still thinking about it. But it will be anything between 0.15 to 0.178. You know, it's kind of like that is the range that we're working off of. So
Okay,
we'll be announcing the main price soon.
that's very
Sorry?
reasonable. That's very reasonable compared to other projects I've seen myself.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to price people out of the project, you know what I mean? I mean, if it's anything above 0.2, I mean, you really do price some people out, especially those who are, you know, buying their first NFT. So we're trying to be a little bit more considerate, and but we can't undervalue ourselves too much. Otherwise, we will see a lot of flipping action, which, you know, is never good. Yeah, so thanks for your question. With regards to Earth access and Jupiter access, we will be making an announcement next week. So just hang around. You know, if you're Jupiter, just chill. You're good. You're good for now. And
You're
of
not gonna
course, Earth is better. Earth is better.
you're not gonna let me go home to mum.
Yeah, just vibe around the community, man. And yeah, I hope to see you around there.
You will. You got me Jupiter today. I'm the only Irish in the server.
Yeah, cool, dude.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks for the question, Ryan. And we got Dino up here now. Hopefully your Twitter's working now. You've been
So
requested.
hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, man. How you doing?
Yo, very good. So first, amazing art. I'm in love with this art. And my question is actually, will you do some Instagram giveaways? I've actually sent you an private message on Instagram asking you about that, and I was wondering if you're gonna implicate Instagram into this.
Yeah, Instagram. We're still working on marketing mainly off of Twitter, but we definitely will be doing some stuff on Instagram. Instagram is really more for the mass public and not just, you know, solely for the people in NFT. We will be doing some stuff on Instagram, but our focus will be directed towards what's happening on Twitter, what's happening on Discord, building a community. And yeah, I mean, the team will get back to you soon. You know, we're just drowning in business tickets, and it is never a good thing. But we're trying our best to reply to as many people as we can. So thanks for your patience, man.
Hey, hi.
Yeah, man. Thanks for the answer. Again, amazing, amazing art, man. Congrats.
Cheers, mate. So sorry about the delay.
Hey,
No problem.
Hey, hi guys. Very nice session it was. It was a lot informative. And yeah, about the Jupiter and other planets which you have a detailed uh, description would do a lot good. It's a bit confusing also. So yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah. We'll be announcing Jupiter and Earth next week. It'll be an exciting announcement, so you want to look out for that.
yeah, sure. So I'm in the Discord actually, but I have still not got a hang of what the difference between the planets are. So still trying to figure out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Just ask around. The people will help you, and you'll find out more about Earth next week. So we'll be taking some time to talk about that.
Cool.
Thanks for asking.
Yeah. And I had another question actually. So, do we have the beta in place for the game, or it's still in progress for the game which we'll have?
Yeah, so with regards to gaming, it is not the immediate priority
Mhm.
of the project. We have access to people who can speed up a game for us. But I think once again we're really focusing on quality, and we're just spending more time building the brand and the asset. We're not rushing into a game. We're not rushing into a metaverse integration. And
Mhm.
yeah, it is. But rest assured, should we need to go into a game, we have the assets ready, we have the people ready, and we have the concepts ready. So those are easy things to accomplish. So for us right now, it's all about focus. Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, okay. So just for the walkers and all which we will mint, and if we stake them, the tokens which we'll earn, we can swap them to Ethereum, or those tokens will be used to buy further walkers.
The token that you'll be receiving is really the first utility. It's for merchandising. Future utilities have yet to be developed. Whether or not there will be a liquidity pool is something that we'll be speaking about further. We'll be thinking about further because we don't want people to see the token that they receive as like, oh, I made some money. I stake and I got some money, but it's really to incentivize what the project is about. It's really to incentivize like what we're trying to build here as a brand. So I would not see a token as with a kind of like tied to a fiat value, but the token will be whatever the token is worth is whatever the token is worth. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 sure. But no ways we are using that token to mint further walkers.
Definitely not. At least not in the immediate roadmap. There's gonna be 8,888 moonwalkers, and it will be capped at that. So it might be used for V2. Those are still conversations to be had. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Thank you, and all
Awesome,
the
dude.
best for your project.
Thanks, mate. So glad that you're on board with us.
Same here. Thanks all.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you both for your questions. We've been trying to get up one more person who's been getting rugged constantly. So let me try him one last time. And oh, don't see him anymore actually. Looks like we got time for maybe one more question, then we drop that sneak peek. What do you think?
All right. Sounds good. I can't wait to drop it, actually.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so excited. Let's get one more person up here. Loud and
All right,
clear.
wonderful. So thank you very much, Metaverse and the other side. Like Picasso, I'm an unlucky person. I have not been able to get into that Discord. I've been forced to bring my computer to work to
Oh,
just
dude.
snipe on when you guys enter the links, and trying to get into it. Taco, I even put a little picture of a taco when you were doing the pick art to get in. But you guys have it was my first kind of invite to a Discord. It's interesting, but I have a kind of two questions. First, to follow up what I'm saying, will you guys be opening the Discord up at some point?
It is something that we're still kind of discussing with our community leaders. We have to balance it a little bit. You know what I mean? If we open up the Discord, we will definitely get a lot of attention. Our Twitter numbers will explode. But the con of it is that we will not be able to gut the culture within the people inside, and you'll just be filled with people who are just spamming and doing all sorts of stuff, typing "what me" or LFG, and that's all they type, and they hope that they could level up enough to get a whitelist. And we really we really don't like that culture, and we want to build something that's a little bit more meaningful. So we're struggling between marketing to the mass market as well as trying to create a tight community. So to answer that question, we're opening up the Discord sporadically as we are able to manage it. While not compromising on the culture.
All right. Yeah, I see Brackett just sent me a link. I can't click on it, so I don't want to get lost out of here. Thank you, Brackett. If you hear this, I'll try to click on it after. My second question is, the art is on another level, man. I mean, it's just insane. What would be the inspiration for that art?
Yeah, so we've been thinking when we look at the moon, we only see one side of the moon. So something there's a dark side of the moon, and it's kind of like unexplored. So we're speculating, we're thinking, we're dreaming about like what will be on the other side of the moon. So the artist came out with this concept of moonwalkers with these faces, and it's hollowed out and things are coming out from it. So I think it turned out pretty well. We're really happy with the result that we got from that imagination. So hopefully we continue to make dope shit. More than just this, but thinking about or building other unique NFTs. There's not just a ape ripoff or just a regular humanoid, but thinking about how we could develop this further. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much. I just got the link, Brackett. Like I said, I have been trying to get in for so long. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work. I wish you the best of luck with this project.
Cheers, mate. See you in the Discord.
I love it. What a great way to close out the questions. And yeah, man, I'm just so excited for what you guys are building. And, all the conversations we've had have been so great. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, everyone else, for coming up here. And we do have one special thing to release, so don't leave just yet. What Twitter should we be following to look out for that announcement? We'll make sure to pin it.
Let me just throw it up right now. So it will be our main account, the other side account. So let me just type something. Yeah.
I love it. Doing it live.
Doing it live. Can you guys hear my keyboard? I've got a pretty dope keyboard right here.
Yeah, what switches you got?
These are like glorious pandas, so
Oh,
nerd stuff. Yeah, so nice and tactile.
I love it,
man. Let me just.
Yeah, I had some linear switch that I wanted to try the other week, and I hated my life for a long time after that. I will never use linear ever again.
They're alright. They're great for gaming, but I like the feeling of a tactile keyboard, so it's pretty cool. All right, just a simple caption, nothing too crazy, but I tag you guys, and let's blow this up.
Let's go.
So we made like a special T-shirt. We got the MVHQ logo from you guys, and we threw it onto one of our T-shirts. And we look forward to making more dope shit with you guys. And this will be super rare, guys. Jacob asked for only 50 pieces of this, so it's like less than 1%. So if you get it, you get it. I don't know what special utility the MVHQ Moonwalkers will have, but we could chat more about that. You could chat more about that.
Oh, I love it. I love it so much. It's so good. If you guys haven't seen it, it's pinned right up there. Go like, retweet, and make sure you're following the other side. Turn on those post notifications so that you can be updated as soon as they open the Discord. As you guys heard, it's only for a couple minutes. You're going to want to be in there before the mint if you can make it. But yeah, no, I mean, I think there's a lot of utility we can add in the other side and also potentially in Metaverse HQ. So I'm super excited for what we can come up there. And yes, it'll be a very, very rare trait. So coveted by those inside and out. I think the head of Metaverse HQ, Jake and Bake, is going to be sweeping the floor for all those all those sweatshirts. So make sure to price them high if you get lucky enough to get one. And you might make your day there.
Awesome. Looking forward to more conversation. Looking forward to the mint and and working together in the future. So thanks for having us again. So thankful for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. It's been so great meeting you guys. And is there anything else you'd like to leave us with before we close out for the day?
Nah, man, we're good, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Awesome. Well, we'll close it out then. We are Metaverse HQ. If you haven't heard of us before, we are a token-gated NFT alpha community with about 300 of the top traders in activity and in volume. We basically run the streets on OpenSea when it's not rugging us and crashing and down, which at point that we moved to looks rare. But we've got a really strong community, one of the longest standing alpha groups in the space. We've got a 24/7 voice chat with people from around the world. Where you can feel comfortable asking the most beginner or expert questions and getting a response at any time of the day. So it's really a unique experience that you can't really fully comprehend until you're in there. So I'd recommend you all checking it out, or feel free to DM me or the Metaverse HQ Twitter. Happy to explain a little bit more of that to you and give you an idea what our community looks like. But yeah, excited to partner with the other side. These guys are doing some amazing stuff. They're taking their time and building it right. And we're super excited for their launch coming up. Thank you all for coming. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful Sunday, or whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. And stay tuned.
Cheers. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.